वेलकम टू अनदर पिकacard ऑन दिस चैनल। आज हम बात करने वाले हैं क्लैरिटी के लिए। इफ़ यू बीन फीलिंग victimized in a situation, if there have been situations of loss, lack, five pentacle energy is what I was getting before I started recording this reading. So let's see, if you are going through that, if you're going through some kind of change and you're not able to perceive what kind of change it actually is, this reading is going to be for those who feel a certain kind of loss in the current situation. This is for the clarity, this is for what you need to know in your current situations. And yeah, so let me just start with group number one. These are group 1, 2, 3. So intuitively you can pick up your messages. They are very similar looking files. So just go with your intuition. You may have messages in more than one group. So this is going to be for all three of you, group 1, 2, 3. I'll start with group number one. Hi, group one. My group one people. The story that I'm getting for you over here is like, you are someone who is very artistic. One characteristic that I'm getting, there is someone who's very artistic, likes to look at things from a different perspective, all those things, all the nice things. But there can be sometimes that your own brain doesn't let you settle down, your own brain doesn't let you, and if you're not artistic, you're at least you're someone like a homemaker. You're someone who believes in aesthetics of things, who believes in sensuality, feminine, wisdom, all those things. So that's the persona that I'm getting over here. And for group one people, to be honest, it feels like you could be my friend. Like, I'm also someone like that. Well, coming back to your reading, to the energy that I'm getting right now, it's like this person has been trying to look at things from a different perspective, has had met someone, maybe something has happened, and has been trying to find some kind of different perspective, but the traces of the sadness remain. There is like this red sadness that I'm observing. I also see this as mental energy. It can be completely mental, can be like completely getting inside your head about some things, those kinds of energies. और या तो ऐसा है या फिर आपके साथ कोई चीज़ तो रिजॉल्व नहीं हो रही है. मे बी कोई कॉर्ड्स है जो आपके टूट गए हैं. कोई लोग हैं जिनसे आप पहले बात करते थे, अब आप नहीं बात करते, या फिर कुछ इस टाइप के चेंजेस आपकी लाइफ में आए. आपकी लाइफ में किसी टाइप के बड़े चेंजेस आए हैं और आप हो काफ़ी मतलब औरों की सुनने वाले इंसान हो. आप ऐसे इंसान हो जो, और अगर आपको कुछ बताते हैं तो आप उस चीज़ में मतलब मान लेते हो उस चीज़ को ज़्यादा. हालांकि आप खुद की वैल्यू बहुत है, पर वो हमेशा आपको नहीं दिखती. पर आपके अराउंड कोई ऐसा वाइब है जो आपको प्रोटेक्ट करता है. आपके अराउंड कुछ ऐसा है जो प्रोटेक्शन आपको देता है. ये आपको चाहे पता हो चाहे नहीं. ये आपके एंसेस्टर्स भी हो सकते हैं, ये आपके अच्छे कर्म भी हो सकते हैं. तो जो भी ये चीज़ है जो आपको प्रोटेक्ट कर रही है, ये आपकी सेंशुअलिटी को भी प्रोटेक्ट कर रही है. वॉट एवर इज़ योर सेंशुअलिटी, इवन दैट इज़ ऑल्सो बीइंग प्रोटेक्टेड बाय दिस प्रोटेक्टिव एनर्जी अराउंड यू, विच इज़ वेरी fear something. So maybe you're someone who doesn't even deal with the fierceness of yourself because something else takes care of it. There can always be like strong masculine figures around you taking care of things which usually people take care by themselves. So someone like a royal. You are someone who is royal in by their innate nature, by their innate value, and you believe in aesthetics. As I said, can be Libra Pisces placement is mostly what I'm getting, which are being activated through this energy. And so what you're going through right now can be this confidence breaking due to some challenges of moving forward by the self. You have to kind of keep moving forward by yourself. You cannot actually like go on depending on somebody else is how I feel here. You have to get back to yourself in some way that you have left in the past. You have not always been staying true to yourself. Maybe you have sometimes been dependent on too much, dependent on others way too much, more than required, or more than even like you aimed for at some point. You try to like depend on people to the extent where you do not feel enough for yourself. You do not know where you belong exactly sometimes when you let others take charge. So some way life is trying to put you in a place where you take charge and make rules for the self, where you try to find the key and use the key by yourself. Do not depend on anybody else for showing you the way. So guiding the self is a big message over here. Like, try to give yourself that guidance. Now that guidance can come from within, or it can come from without. It can come from other people also, I feel. But definitely there is like whatever is being delayed, whatever in your case feels like you can't get instant gratification in that particular area of life. It is because you haven't taken the entire responsibility of that area. Maybe some parts of that particular thing scare you. If this is about a relationship, maybe you have commitment issues. Try looking again. Most of my readings bring people back to shadow work. That's true. That's I think a lot of time the case. Also, at least some part. And in this particular reading, I feel there are some parts of you, group number one. It's not entirely about shadow work. This is like some part of you which you need to just let go. That sadness which kind of keeps you in one place does not. And how to let go of that? By guiding yourself. At this time, the advice is give yourself the guidance. Whatever is the key to you, maybe it's it's like something will hit from outside. How I'm seeing it, like something will hit from outside and it will come out of a situation, but you have to allow that. This is the message for you. And whatever this is which kind of keeps you at one place, you can only look at the low side of things. This can be around passions. I'm seeing two things. This is passion. This can be somebody passionate for work, or somebody passionate for somebody else, or making something happen. Very feminine, like soft power kind of energy. You are a soft power persona, like you make things happen not by force. As I said, artistic person over here, like somebody who does not like confrontations but has a very strong drive regarding something to make something happen. So what you have to do is not let go of your sensuality or your choices, rather let go of the wisdom. What you have to let go is of the Five of Swords reverse energy, which is like, this is not for me, I will never get this, politicking yourself or thinking about scenarios which do not serve you. Also, this is attachments, wrong attachment to a name, attachment to a place, attachment to things which are not so much of not so much about you. Maybe you culturally carried them or traditionally carried them in family, or however, this is not exactly your pattern. So even if you would try to like dig into it, you wouldn't find something very um, familiar. It will be unfamiliar energy. Whatever this issue is not coming directly from you. It is acquired issue. So it's easy to drop it if you can recognize it, because it's not even yours. So once you drop this self-hate, which is not, and return back to innate you, you may think that you are too vibrant or something of too much. I'm feeling you may feel that you are too much for something, and which is not true. Nobody else sees it. Ask it to your close ones. They wouldn't tell you so. Nobody feels that you are too much. Only you are doing that to yourself, because you have some acquired ideas which make you go through the same cycles. So it's time to break this cycle within yourself. Whatever is, try and enjoy what you have right now and guide yourself. Things that excite you are not coincidental. That's the kind of message over here. Things that excite you are not coincidental. They are very, very deep, and important. So value yourself like you used to when you were not corrupted, when your mind wasn't corrupted by the low ideas of the self. Work with the higher ideas of the self. You will understand what this reading means. Work with the higher ideas of the self. Work with the ideas that yes, you are this royal person who deserves the good thing in the world, and you do not even need to prove it. Nobody needs to prove that they are the best kind of human, because in their lineage, in their choice of the nature, wherever they're coming from in their history, they are the best kind of human. So, and so you've got to trust that. Group number one, like, trust your possibilities that you were able to see once. It's time to guide yourself towards things that excite you. There can be some time of grinding and feeling low, but that's just part of the process. Breakthrough is bigger than what you can see right now. So now I will move on to group number two. I hope this resonates. New cycle starting for you. Congratulations on that. And thank you so much for tuning in. If you like this reading, check other picker cards on this channel. Let me know in comments if there is some particular energy type that you want me to read on. And I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now. तो ग्रुप 2 स्वागत है आप लोगों का. Okay, don't mind that. पहली चीज़ जो आपकी रीडिंग में सबसे ज़्यादा निकल के आ रही है बात, वो किसी टाइप का मदर चाइल्ड रिलेशन है. फैमिली रिलेशन, मदर फादर चाइल्ड. देयर इज़ सम काइंड ऑफ रीबर्थ इन योर अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ व्हाट ह्यूमंस मीन. व्हाट ओके like बहुत there is a rebirth, something I can say. The energy that I'm getting for you, group number 2, is you stepping into yourself, you stepping into who you are. I am this kind of person. But when you do that, other things which were in the past about you, मतलब आप जैसे जैसे नए इंसान बनते जा रहे हो, तो पास की कुछ चीज़ें हैं जो इस नए इंसान से उतना मैच नहीं करती हैं, वो आपके सामने आ जा रही हैं. और वो कैसे सामने आ रही हैं? आपको जो लोग आपके साथ पहले मिलते थे, उन्हीं लोग की बातें अच्छी नहीं लगती हैं. कुछ ऐसा लगता है कि ये मुझे तंग करने के लिए कह रहे हैं क्या, जबकि ऐसा ज़रूरी नहीं है कि वो कर रहे हो. ये आपके अंदर का चेंज है जो आपको रीबर्थ और थोड़ा सा एक फोर्स है इसमें कि जो आपको कन्वर्ट कर रही है एक नई तरफ जाने के लिए, एक नया नया एक्सपीरियंस के लिए. सो वो एक्सपीरियंस किस टाइप का होगा? मेरे ख्याल से वो एक्सपीरियंस सबसे पहले तो आपको आपके बारे में बताएगा. Like King of Cups is the main energy here. You're going to realize what the love version of you looks like, what the version of you that knows how assets work in life, how love work in life. Love is also an asset. The more love you have, the more you can share it, the more you can grow yourself, expand yourself if you grow with love. And I know everybody who joins in this channel grows with love. So like if you do not like live with that, if you are thinking that my loving side is not that good, I cannot show love, then this energy might feel heavy, which I feel at least cases of few in this group. That's why this reading has opened up. You are not supposed to do so much of work, group number 2. Understand this. आप बहुत ज़्यादा overwork कर रहे हैं regarding something. You are overworking your head, yeah, or even your magic, even your pentacles. Like whatever you have acquired, maybe you're wasting more money these days. Maybe you are going into talking too much. Maybe you're wasting your energy like that. Try and see where you're wasting your energy because you're not able to contain this energy. You might be feeling very tired if you are the one wasting energy during this time, during doing whatever it is happening to you. This energy feels like someone who's embarrassed with themselves. This energy feels like someone who does not accept them for who they are, wants to change the self, has self-judgment, self-critic. And with the 10 of Wands reverse, there is a 10 of Wands reverse card. I feel with this card over here, you have in the past realized that these things are not important. As I said, you had a rebirth. आपका rebirth हुआ and you realize that these things are not important. But some things are deeper than realizing, some emotions are more juicier thoughts. It's not always that easy to get rid of an emotion. So your emotions, which are not based on thoughts anymore because you have changed as a person, are surfacing, and you're like, oh my god, I cannot even like contain this. What is happening to me? This is the kind of energy I'm getting. Sometimes you may feel so. तो अगर ऐसा आपके साथ हो रहा है कि आपको समझ ही नहीं आ रहा है कि आप किस तरफ जा रहे हो, हमेशा ज़रूरी नहीं ऐसा फील हो, पर कभी कभी फील हो सकता है कि मैं आखिर किस तरफ जा रहा हूँ, मेरा किस तरीके का रुख है, रुझान है। उसके लिए आपको जो सबसे पहले सेक्रीफाइस करना है वो है अपना जजमेंट अबाउट द सेल्फ इज़ द मेन मैसेज हेयर. Let go of this judgment. Your present requires you to let go of the judgment of the self. Eight of Pentacles reverse. You're working in wrong direction. Working in wrong direction is Eight of Pentacles reverse. You have to stop working when you're working in wrong direction, because right now you probably don't even know what direction you're working in. And I'm not saying stop working as in the physical work. This is the work of seasons. You know, this is the work of this talks about the way you speak, this talks about the way you think, this talks about the way you look at things. Try to stop giving all of your attention to the things on the outside. Bring it to yourself. Also, I see someone living in a very aggressive neighborhood. If you're living somewhere where people are not very conducive of love is the energy that's going to save you, and you somehow are not able to practice it, especially on the self. You're not able to practice it on the self. You feel sometimes that you're not good enough for love, that you have to be somebody else to be accepted, which is causing you problems. Do not be so harsh on yourself. Do not be so harsh on yourself is a message over here. And it would also be very beneficial for you to understand what is light. Though I am not someone who forces people to think about light, and I feel that you are someone. See, this is a very simple theory that when humans were living in the caves, dark was not always easy. So humans innately have a fear of dark. And because now we are safe, but that fear does not leave since we are still humans, since the monkey mind is still there. Sometimes we are fearful of the uncertainty, we are fearful of what we cannot see already. That is what you're mostly being asked to release. It's okay if you do not know how you will be tomorrow, if you do not know how to act in a particular situation, but you go into it. Maybe you are embarrassed just by the fact that you did not know how to act, but nobody noticed. See, others do not care as much as we think they do. This is a very simple understanding. We all see that. We are not noticing people that much, but we tend to think that nothing that we do or think goes unnoticed. It does not go unnoticed within ourselves. So that self-critic which is being talked like, do not let your subordinates, if let's say you were working in a company, would you let your subordinates tell you how to work? No, you wouldn't do that. So you are the captain of your life in some way. You cannot let your subordinates tell you how to work. Okay? You have to take charge of your life. You have to walk towards the light by yourself. I see a person who is realizing the self. Self is such a strong message here. It's all about the self. The more you will work with the self, the more other things also will fall in place. It's not like you do not have other people. I think you have a long list of followers or people who are in your life. There is at least double-digit people who are important, who you meet on daily basis. There are a lot of people around you, but you're not able to probably organize yourself. You are letting किसी का गुस्सा कहीं निकल रहा है, किसी की बात कहीं और चुभ रही है. Somebody says something, you end up taking it personally, and I'm not saying that's your problem. I'm just saying that when somebody tells you something, try and see why you are taking it personally instead of blaming the person. outside. Instead of directing the energy outside, try and see what happens with the energy when it enters your space. So you will become more aware of your own space, and from there guidance will happen. From when you become aware of the own space, this is what Eight of Pentacles reverse is about. Your advice in this reading: become aware of your own space, stop working in wrong direction. So yeah, so there is a rebirth. एंड जैसे पंखा एकदम चलने से पहले थोड़ा स्लो चलता है फिर एकदम स्पीड पकड़ता है, दैट काइंड ऑफ थिंग सीम्स टू बी हैपनिंग विद यू, दैट you are in the beginning stage of a rebirth. So it might feel a bit here and there, but things will settle down with time. Things will settle down when you will calm down. Group number 2, like when you come to when you come to peace with what has changed and choose to step up in some ways, step up in emotional ways. Okay, like step up to be celebrating love. And not shying away from it, not feeling exposed to love. Sometimes people do this, they feel overexposed to when exposed to love, and they feel okay with being criticized because we have been brought up in such societies. Okay, so it's not exactly your fault again. So but now that you are a mature person, now that the rebirth on energetic level has happened, the things which are not required from the in the outside world will also automatically leave you or show you the signs that how they are not required anymore, and what is required is your own understanding and your own stepping up. So I hope group 2 you understand this. You understand it's a cryptic message. Group 2 is like one of those complicated messages where everything is good, everything is great, amazing. But it's again a personal dialogue. I think a lot of people would feel called out even due to in such readings. I myself feel called out in such readings because these are all about facing the mirror. You are like too much in your face. Reality is too much in your face at this point. You need to accept it. Yes, you are the Father of Cups. Yes, no matter what your gender, you are Black Swan. You are grand. Accept that. Accept that. Once you accept that, if you're a female, I have a message for you. Someone will show up also in your life. This is grand feminine rising also. This is somebody realizing their wild nature. That and whatever is being tamed by the society is going to fall off, is going to crumble, because you're realizing that you are nature. Wild and nature are not different things. Nature can be molded, can't be tamed as such. So like, and your nature, if your nature is love, if your nature is compassion, then a lot of things from the society will hit you in the wrong spot. Like maybe you'll feel like people are this way or that way, or this needs to change, that needs to change. All the reformative ideas happen to such people. But it's all about getting free of those things within yourself. Once you let let yourself shed that skin, you become free of those. It's never out there. It's never a reality as so much as our brain likes to imagine, right? So group 2, I'll end your reading over here. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you like this reading, leave a thumbs up. Also, please check other pick a card readings on this channel. I have designed a few, and let me know in comments if how you find this reading, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now. Hello group 3 वाले लोग, आप दोबारा आइए तुम्हारी रीडिंग जो भी है ये. I have read for you earlier. Deep emotions. This is going to be you guys are made of compassion. This is one thing that I want to tell you. You guys are made of you give freely. We have givers here. We have people who are not very reserved in their love. You tend to give freely. You tend to live freely. There is a lot of free expressions of love in your life. And you can also be people who are like kind of like at the top of your game in some way. You guys are like doing good whatever you're doing, and you know that, and you come from a background of feeling not so valued, but still you guys like continue. You have a lot of good karma that keep you going. I think in the past you have been, let me just straighten out your cards, then I'll go into this reading. Okay. In the past, you have been working with things, and you've understood things. You've understood as above, so below kind of thing. You've understood emotional stability. You have understood what it means to, grass is greener where you water it. Those kinds of concepts have been understood by you. आप लोग ऐसे नहीं हो जो कंपैरिजन में बहुत ज़्यादा पड़ते हो. Not someone who falls for comparison or petty gossip. You know how to rise above that. You are some way elite. Okay, there is that. And your life right now seems to be very happy-go-lucky in that sense. There can be very like moment of pride, moment of not feeling bound by anything. Though sometimes some things can come in you which, okay, I feel past life influences here. I feel somebody struggling something that they are not aware about. You can be someone who has some nightmares, who falls into anxiety attacks without realizing, who does not know where the what is the root of my patterns, and that you're not able to realize that because uh, by past life, I do not exactly mean that before this birth. I mean the time that you do not remember. You know, there can be some obscure or like abstract situations or triggers that you have settled down within your system. For you, group number 3, I would definitely suggest like get in tune with your body. It will help you a lot. Your situation is very genuine. You are someone who has to guide yourself. Nobody else can guide you. Nobody else can tell you. It's general statement also. Nobody can tell you who you are and what you need to do. But in your case, especially, you need to guide yourself. If you go to somebody else for guidance, you may end up finding people who kind of enhance your energy. So you might feel that your world is very paradoxical in its existence, that you're not able to work with others, but without others you feel lonely, something on those lines. And that is what you have to like let go. You have to rise above the feeling of you are always building. You are an undiscovered genius who is yet to understand and everything, and then you will go about in the world. No, you are ready. Your time is here. You can do whatever you want. You do not have to wait for tomorrow. It is now. Anything is experienced in the now. There is no future as such. Like for imagination there is, in reality there is just now. So anything that you will experience is in the now. So it's like how you, while cooking something, you wait, right? You wait for the stir, and then you cover the pot for some time, and then you wait. So like it happens by itself. That's the kind of message I'm getting for you. You need to do the right thing. If you want, if you're making a soup, you want it to be nice soup, right? So with the ingredients, the entire recipe is important, not just the ingredients. So I feel that you have all the ingredients right now. You're working on the recipe in some way, and again, this is your own recipe. I have to tell you that you're very unique in some way. You're very unique in the way that whatever you're going through, only you can help yourself out of it. Nobody else will be able to help you out of it. You have to get in tune with your own body. You have to understand your sleep cycle. You have to understand how unique you are. Unique is the word. You have to understand your uniqueness. That is the whole pattern over here. Once you understand that, once you tune into that, you will see a lot of things will melt down. Rather, you are moving towards something better. Even if some relations break, even if some relations do not have the result that you thought they would have, it was because You haven't yet met your tribe, you haven't yet met your match. And why you haven't met that? Because you are not tapping into the higher fields, because you sabotage yourself in some way. You And how you sabotage yourself? Mostly by overthinking. Mostly by overthinking situations where you're like, I don't get this. It's so easy for others, but not for me, because you're not built the same. You built different. All of us are built different, and whatever you in your surroundings does not feel very friendly, comfortable, or any of those, is because your within needs change, and that's how it's communicating to you. Change, because even your surroundings are not even the best, right? So like, that's why it's almost like a process of surrender, process of melting. You kind of have to surrender, and surrender is not paradoxical to change. Rather, by surrendering, we let go of control, and letting go of control is a very important factor in making any change happen. So it's such a huge topic. I can literally make another video about it, 30-minute video entirely about how the change in the outside is basically a trigger for change from inside. So take that as a trigger, and take that as a understanding more than anything else, to and step into your integrity, step into your true nature, step into instead of becoming like somebody else, discover who you are in your unique self. Will first and foremost step is to stop overthinking, let go of the relationships that are not working. I'm not saying that they will not work out in future. I'm only saying right now they're just taking your time. So guidance will occur, and that's what you need. You need some guidance that flowers from within. You will not accept guidance from outside. I do not see a personality like that. A lot of you will only accept guidance from within. A strong guidance that flowers from within is what you're looking for, and what you will accept, and that's okay. So group 3, for like, though your energy is a bit cluttered, I must say, because I see transformation happening for you. I see transformation happening in your relationships. I see transformation happening in your mind, and all three are kind of timed in such a way that something else happens also. And so, and all is coming from the past that you do not really remember, as how I see it. You can contact me for personal reading also if this reading 100% directly resonates with you, because this seems like someone going through energetic shifts that might need some more work. Or if you do not end up contacting me, you can contact me through my Instagram. But if you do not contact me, then also try and find energetic ways to heal yourself. More golden energy you work with, more crown energy you work with, more expansion energy you work with, more you will be able to understand yourself. You're very different being. You're a very, like, there are unknown feelings right now in your energy. You feel very mysterious to me also as a reader, to be honest. So yeah, group 3, this is what I have for you in this reading. I'm going to stop your reading here. If this resonates, let me know in comments, and check other readings on this channel. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.